lwaleero tuflaggings off badrivers baffe bana ugende Nairobi Kenya bazanye muzanyo gwa empaka z'ensi yonna zibayita WRC mu Nairobi. Abavuzi abo tubesiga mulimu Duncan Kikankane, Oscar Ntambi, Gawaya ne NASSER champion wa Africa. Twesiga nti bajja kujja n'ekifo ekirungi Katonda banaba abasaasidde inshallah. Abavuzi baffe tubawadde package ya milioni 10 buli muvuzi okubayambako entambula, accommodation, ebyokusula n'okulya n'obuli wabo obutono tunawo basasula obutono tunawo bwa makanika bikiyo kyakanoyo kyakali. Federation eje empisa ejjagikolanga buli saawa nga tufunye sente za government kubanga nabo bali entitled okutambula ebweru. Tulize tukikola Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania tulize tukikola buli abantu bagende bwe twadu tukikola bulijjo. N'olwekyo tufena tusaba tibatambule bulungi bakulembeze empisa. Muloka omuzanyo gw'empaka baguloza nti gwa abantu balina mpisa naye ate ffe tukulembeza ki ya mpisa. Bw'otaba na mpisa tosa kufuna kintu kyonna. Ti empisa zijja mu kumanya gwe navigator kyagambye motoka yo giwulira otya nawe mwenyini kati kubibiri ebyo ebisatu byonna bifuga omuzanyo gwaffe. Bw'otawuliriza navigator ojja kwonona motoka. Bw'otamanya motoka yo weakness kijeina tojja kufuluma section. So ebyo ebintu ebisatu bye tubasibirira ng'entanda kutambula nabyo.
All right, very good evening and welcome aboard to the Podium show like every single Monday from 10 p.m. to midnight, where we preview and review even the world of motorsport, local scene, African scene, as well as on the international scene on this 9th day of March 2026. Only hoping to wish Bulungi. From the last time we did run the show, as usual, tugamba bakozi nemufuna ebirungi mwebaza Katonda era tumusaba tuseko n'ebirungi ebirala kuba byote bigwe then abachafunya obuzuuziwo better so tumusaba temere kumpenda tsumuko obuzuuwo tulivinga obulamu obuli better. The Podium on FA TV Neku 100.1 Fafama every single Monday. We do preview and review in the world of motorsport, local scene, African scene, as well as on the international scene. Zakesh Nina Aaron Sambo is a panelist on this show, joined by the 2010 Uganda National Rally Champion NASSER MUTEBI to digest a lot regarding the world of motorsport, but specifically to get into a preview of the WRC World Rally Championship again Kenya, which is upon us, the third round of the World Rally Championship Series. Basoka Sweden, Nevada, Basoka Monte Carlo, Nevada Sweden, Baja Kenya, Toyota, they were very, very dominant in the last two rounds. Of course, Sweden and Monte Carlo, but of course, even in Kenya, Toyota has won the last events ever since the Rally of Kenya. Okay, that and more in the course of this. Okay, but of course, you can as well watch this program as usual using the FA Media app, just downloading App Store and Play Store. Of course, for using from the App Store and Play Store, you'll definitely be able to watch FA TV. No call is on 2.1 for FAMA. Then, of course, on a DSTV channel 381, or one Star Times, one dish, you'll definitely be able to watch for FA TV. Now, Korean program Star Select. It's Andike to get about the 2011 and 2018 Uganda National Rally Champion Susan Mwongi. Again, Madam Super. Again, again, one program, favorite 5 songs. Just to sneak what I'm going to get. Susan. Yeah, just preempting the show.
No, over preempting the night. You can in the Muyembi. So, yeah, I know it's easy. Tensuka Katonda yabadde mwene ensonga.
Bachazaako wano watendwa. Bachazaako watendwa, I think it was Prosi Prona. They are hosting a Mushe. And the songs whatever chose. Anyway, everyone has different. Then Bachazaako Mansuru Vega, then Awawa, Jonas Kansim, and Awandoza Nasa Guadalajara. And then Nasa Japan. Nasa Bamsaba bonus. This is okay. The bonus, Diawayo.
Malimu Dr. Dre. Abatulaba mwena ku FUFA TV n'abatuliza ku 102.1 FUFA FM amanya Dobozi Aaron Nsamba sanyu jereri lw'enfisa wakadde off the busy schedule enzitano ogere ku muzanyo gwesinga okwagalanga foga motoka z'empaka tusiima management ya FUFA Media Services tu akakisa kano bireko kumpewo zaayo tugenda kutusinga okwagala omuzanyo gwaffe ogw'omulakazi empaka njozaayo zaabo abafunye essanyu mu wiiki gye tukubya amabega naye ate era nenakulira wamu nammwe abafunye obuzibu mu wiiki gye tufunye amabega mukama abagumye abayise mu kaseera ke muyitamu awa era yajjawo
kale champion ndoza ne panelist wano wena omwetagidde is always there
ate mbadde manyi yasimbudde dda kubano tuli kumpi leero kiki
ndegedde ko akabox kene kakyalimu obuzibu okumaliza twalina tabu wana ayinza okuba nga ali ku WRC Plus
anakolanga nze anti nze akabox we nakamenya nengatagattamu nga tekakutula Mbale na Naivasha eze Naivasha ezisinga nenziteeka ku z'Embale nensasula Rally Plus
akabox kono ko kakusabira kubanga kasajja motocross esisa n'Embale tuyinza obutamulabayo
nga abatulaba mwena tusanyuse nnyo okubeera ku Fofa TV ebeererawo nnyo Motorsport. Nebaza Kesh Okenya nonze mukasero actually mbadde nkrosinga ngenda Naivasha Kesh nampita itira kwa wana wakowe eri wano then nebaza KCB Bank tanaba kugulawo account mu KCB Bank oluddewo ebirungi bingi nnyo ebirungi biri mu KCB Bank era mbasaba mwena mugulewo account mu KCB Bank. Nebaza abalabi baffe bonna ba supporters baffe bonna ba co-sponsors mpozi n'okusabira team Uganda eyasimbudde ogenda safari eveeyo nga eveeyo n'obuwanguzi bwa njawulo abamu bagala kuba mu best 50 buli omu mu ngeri ya njawulo kubanga n'okubeera obubeezi ku entry list obuwanguzi bw'amaanyi nnyo. Yeah.
Okay. We have a lot regarding the motorsport. Of course, just so yesterday, for starters, the NASH, we have the 2026 National Rally Championship is upon us.
Yeah.
You last one an event NASSER yakomo kuwangola event mu 2024, which was
25.
Rally 2024.
Oh yeah, 2024.
Event organized by Southern Motor Club. Yeah,
Neera wayiseewo omwaka gumu kubanga 2026 tenatandika.
Tenaba event erimu ebintu bingi nnyo ebyalimu. Naffe twaliko.
Tobikiriza byavaamu.
Awadi zali ku Viga awo. Kuna twali ekikopo
ekimusinga obuwanvu.
Tujusa ne studio eno. But yeah, producer Ronald Financial Arsenal, let's preview the 2026 National Rally Championship preview. Nash, Arsenal Musansubuga in that car, anticipations ahead of this coming season. They are coming out full swing, but of course, set time is a key to that team.
Well, Hassan Alwi, when Amulaba on fire, in Ginger, yali ayingide mu mood, yayingira mu rhythm eyo, but it was a little bit late. Kubanga yali agenda kolachi. Yali agenda like yali namulabanga atandise nga afunye vibe gye bayita vibe, but I think it was just a little too late okugamba n'atasobola kuwangula event kubanga twali tusuubira nti agenda kuflowerenga Ponciano lwakataka bubi nnyo. I don't remember, Ponciano won the event?
Yeah, Ponciano
was it? Yeah, Ponciano won the event. I don't know what happened to Hassan Alwi.
Hassan Alwi had an issue. Yali puncture yali yeggulu for I don't know really what happened mu Jinja nga tuli entenjeru. Yes, I think in the second last stage yafuna obuzibu mu stage eyo nabyadala
nawe olinga Keshi wano wagambye nti yawangula event naye ekikulu kiri nti tetunoonyereza Ponciano yawangula event. Let's not look for the naye nga Hassan Alwi eggulu namulabanga he was on fire. He was on fire era naye mpozi nalabamuko the other bit nti maybe you're going a little bit over the board kubanga wakomotoka kakomawo nga kawaguse you know. There's unfortunate incident. Oh, yeah, naguvuga for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time.
Oh, ku bridge.
Yabiza ku bridge.
Actually, ku bridge. Yeah.
Entry.
Nganonya. Yeah.
Nagukuba, nazo nageza kugwa persisting agufulumye. Negono na bingi.
Yeah, actually, yali anonya.
Yeah, so that team is one to watch for this season. Of course, producer already kufananya bya motoka, it's Musa Segawe. That's the car on screen. Nash Segawe in Proto. I was there yesterday, when he was Kasawa Tugenti, Mkuru
Ajijaka akabira.
Ndugamba why? Etukide tanya matabangu.
Segawe.
Tujja naye motoka nalabyeko nagambeko driver wamu nti wategedde muli fumba n'empafu
actually Segawe yakavugira emyaka emeka egiweze
Segawe yajja mu 2023
yakavugira emyaka esatu kati it's right about time nti Segawe awangula championship eya Uganda
right about
time yeah, omanyi lwaki ngamba omanyi bino like tulina abantu abasettinga precedents before nga bazze nze najja n'emmotoka yali mpya nange mu style
eno winning car yaffe
togiwakanya when najja ne GC8 it was that time when nina okuwangula championship either mu 209 gwe mwaka gwe natandikira muddala okuvuga rally cars oba mu 2010 because the car was still holding yange ekyali wamu Segabwe break it fix it sawa zino waina okuwangulira waina okuteekawo mark waina okuwangulira championship omwaka guno. The only bad thing that may undo him is overdoing it because we know he can go beyond naye kati emotoka gyayina.
I'll give an example. I saw Duncan being that guy in 2023.
2020?
Duncan. 2022.
No, Wangula 2023.
Now Wangula
2022. 2023.
He won 2021.
Hey.
The COVID.
The COVID.
22 yali Byron Lugomaka. 23 ya Sinasa 24 Manga.
Duncan.
But that's because I've seen Duncan drive that car progressively, making very good stage times and getting more and more used to the car.
Yeah,
and comfortable, doing everything. Sabugo's the same thing. The more he's gotten into that car, the more he's gotten more aggressive. He's even won the championship.
Yeah.
So don't you think, even as an RE, now you don't issue a seat time. I think for you to perform in such cars, you need, I'm not saying, you need seat time. You need seat time. Even when we're going over, I remember when the Miko era developing, when the Citroens were developing that car, they needed, from a C3, a DST, maybe you needed seat time.
Yeah.
For Musa.
Yeah.
Omuga first outing here on his first, because he has 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks to the next event.
Yeah.
Okay, he did test it yesterday. So you can't, when testing, you can't tell someone's times because it's just a matter of it. Go through, then break. Omuga is coming. I'm not taking anything away from him, but don't you think that issue of the seat time is a huge factor? Issue. But even Duncan last year won 3 events. He won Pal on the NRC. He won Fort Porto. No, he didn't win Fort Porto. He won
Guru. He won
Guru and he won Hoima.
Yeah.
Position won 4 events, though he didn't win the championship. So that's the issue of seat time should come into play for such a drive.
Yeah,
more so about them from a group N car now to
okay. Seat time chikulu naye still championship katinge ya Sebuguzi ya Wangula.
I think recent.
Recent 2025. I think the best position Giaina was 3rd position, not so? Or 2nd position?
Second was second.
Maybe once?
Second
twice.
In Guru.
Second twice, second once.
I think.
Second in Guru.
Yeah.
Because I dropped out.
So if Musa has been managing the Podium Evo 9 a much harder car. So really Momaseli said he only has to maintain
by the way,
a 3rd position.
Even when you look at the numbers, Segabe was 54 points behind Sebuguzi.
Yeah.
So of course it was huge for him to come and win the championship because of course Ponsiano had 59 points behind Sebuguzi. On the last event in Hoima. So because the difference between 54 and the person who wins the rally plus the power stage is 60 points. That's only 6 points is even out in between. So it was hard for him. If he had not dropped out in some events, maybe and they were with a sound to the.
If he had not had issues in Ginger.
In Ginger.
Okay, now ifs to the Jewo, because ifs are part of rally. No, ifs is part of rally.
Nze ndowooza Ssegawe tumuweeyo obudde. Not necessarily nti emmotoka nga bweri NASSER bwagambye nti Mercedes Benz. Envuga za Mercedes zino zikyuka. Nze kyendabye ku mmotoka zonna. The flamboyance gy'oba nayo mu Evo 10 oba Evo 9 otuuka mu zino emmotoka ekyukira ddala. Flamboyance eri nzonza gyentera okulaba abavuzi abasinga gye bakozesa nga bali mu mmotoka ziri nti trying to catch up oba bridge the gap ku obudde bwe baluzinga, maybe nasibye nnyo nakoze enki satute jampu bwe bityo. Ene emmotoka ojja kujja nga tokoze na effort y'amaanyi osibe mu jump. Ove mu jump.
Ngani asiba.
Osibe mu jump. Ajja kusiba.
Musa.
Ajja kusiba. Kati kakubire ene emmotoka zina ebintu bibiri. Nyinza okuba kyogerako wano omuntu yenna azikozesezza ajja kikugamba. Lumu nagendako e Kenya nembuuza bano abasajja tebakyamanyi na karting batundo nga bavuga ommotoka obwo tebamanyi kati. Omuzanga George Semakula. Tulaba nayiga George. Nase tebakyavuga layini. Laba kati eno. Nze no kati zikugana kati. You don't cut. Stay on the road. Era buli akuba agigambo givuga. Stay on the road. Don't cut. Buli cuttinga ezo rose joints obozo ono na buli. Bakuyita rose joints emirundi mukaaga zokojja kugamba kati sijazidamu. Ekigeza flamboyance eyo cuttinga amakubo.
In the group NK.
In the group NK.
Does that come along with the suspension trouble? Because now for Ssegawe maybe for Duncan it's an R5.
Yes. For the kwezi emmotoka zonna R4 ne R5. The difference is very minimal mu travel. Then otuuke ku bintu ogambye nti jump. Ojja ziraba nga nnene nga weeziri. Why do you take a jump? You can start and go.
Ate nga you can't accelerate in the air.
Stop. Glide over the jump. Opawaringe. Ojja kulaba nga ono obudde bw'oluzinga butono nnyo. Kwona ze n'alitwala flat out.
Ginger, when we dropped out in the first stage of 2024. There was a distance. I moved to see how it just
takes over the jump.
Yajja nabo bonna then two downshifts.
Yes.
Hard break, nebange fukamira mu bweti but from me up to there, another G and before you
so emmotoka ebikuwa bwetyo. You don't have to take jumps. Kati flamboyance gye tumanyiddemu mu Evo 9 agenda gukasuka agenda gikuba oluyinga tubogera nga tuli kaswe agenda gikuba oluyayitaawo ojja kwegamba nga bigenda kuba bitono nnyo kubanga emmotoka ejja neesibira mu meters 10 neesiba mu meters 10 neyita mu koona comfortable n'apawalinga okuva mu koona eyo mu meters 10 n'abanga tanaba teyasibye nako
ono yembu abeera mu 9 ye ogezaako okufunza that gap
nagambye
okugya ndabidanga omunaana kugenda kuba muzibu omunaana kugenda kuba muzibu
kati zikuwa
guyina top speed
kikujjako kinene era abadde bali used to oli flamboyant Musa Ssegawe ali akatwala jump getting board mu events nsoka akola kibino naye at the end of the day kabogera notunda ku time check in why asigala ng'okola ekyo kirabika kyekituufu.
So Nasa, you may not entirely give us your strategy for. I know how you are when it comes to those mind games. Nasa, I'm not going to event. Ombuga wai. Okuja katwajiro RBI. Nega sheriwo. Nombo koze mega. Ezoga munkubye 14-15. Kali gwe nogera mu celebrate. But no jiro double click on here gamba mu computer
twali ne Duncan emisali
emisali
2014 kati ne tukola same time mu stage eyali eya N14 nze nali mu 8 ne tukola
the stage suits
ne
the
tukola
N14.
yeah it suits the N14 but
Musambwa
I was Musambwa that one etandikira waffe wali
tidda
I loaded but loading ne Bashir Mbogo like ne tulabanga tukoze 416 tugenda okutuuka wali na Duncan akoze 416 nenga Bashir nti omanyi wandikako 459 just kata
mu time card
tugenda okutuuka wali Duncan age betu noliza netekawo waggulu 459 tumanyi tugifuula bwetu tebagiraba
kumbe waliwo apiipinze
ate tumulabye nti agirabye naye nga tugenda mu grand final yali eggwera waffe mu Kidda and guess what that rally twali draw fene team kikankane nga buli omu aina same time naye nga tubuzaayo stage
emu
so the winner
nga takes it all
and guess what happened
no yiwa amazzi ku gundi
oilo
na loading omanyi kuliya confidence
so yimirira olaffe twafuna these mind games I think if you're playing mobile games now you need to be more I think let's pia because realistically twayabya omupiira ku transport Fort and we stopped to change the tire. One of our guy mukatagwe mwe yatira gamba wa ogwabise muri so it's about that. But anyway, Anash, the 2025-26 NRS producer ifanye byamukula as well testing the car. So guys are coming out here. That is Mukula. They're gonna test, I think, from the workshop, and then 14 also looks to be in good shape.
Yeah,
he's just landed a new sponsor recently, Cornerstone. All the best, but it should be a very. I know you call classes one. Yagamanti apart from Blue Motoka, there's another class of people. Maybe you did you some
Najita Seri B. Museri A we muri omotoka obumpi. Buli eri Skoda, manya Proto, obo na buli awo. Seri A.
Not a 5 erium.
Zonezo omotoka obumpi. Seri A. Kati Seri B. Ateri dangerous nnyo. Erimu ezunga.
Etasiba.
Etamala yemunana.
Emunana ni museri C. Tiyakoze egundi kusisa. Ina mudika tishali.
Ebibira nnyo. Naye ekyo kyangu kutereza. Mulimu NASH. Mulimu Mike Mukula. Mulimu Oscar Ntambi. Mulimu Dauda. Mulimu Byron Rugomoka. Mulimu Mwanguzi Joshi. Wali wabadde mu give bit manyo bajakomyawo. Ya ne omulala gutwaye tutadde mu gundi eyo. Naye nga obuzibu obugenda okubeerawo. Seri B ne jatanikanga okulamuza ku Seri A. Ejeyo kaba Seri A bateeke mu
relegation.
Elevating demo section mu Seri A.
Why not kubaawo ka relegation?
Waliwo interchange awo. Yegero tunyumire nnyo omwaka guno.
Tena nyofuna premonitions ate sero okubeera
nga kituukiridde.
Zitukirira.
Tolota ate kati.
Wale movie, I think it was a series. Wale jita Chambi. Na ba sisters wali
basatu.
Omu bala meta Pru. Kati ne premonitions. Kati nga ajire chine mali kitukirira. Kati
tolota.
Na premonitions ena ku 8. Emweri. We go in for a short commercial break to come out. More of motorsporting stories.
Eyo wali jivuddeko.
All right, coming back from that short commercial break, it's the Podium every single Monday from 10 p.m. to midnight, where we preview and review in the world of motorsport. Now, Aaron Samba, who is producer, I'm tagging Zeko, as a member of WUMA, Uganda Motorsport Marshals Association, nalaba mu zoning nabo balina region gye baba abana bagenda ku organizing events. We watch the space. Then of course tunana MUTEBI, the 2010 Uganda National Rally champion. Good okubanga rubbing shoulders never champion ngabano.
Gwe nako bye bali bajerega nti champion with so many wins. Hey, twafunye eno mulawo 2025.
Yalina win.
With so many wins, but nayo ekyo tukirekera.
Category
Yeah, national.
National. Ronald Sebuguzi. Champion with so many wins.
Okay. Yeah, Brad, that break talking to Nasa was giving us his mind as well as Aaron ahead of the 2026 anticipated National Rally Championship, which is on card. Yeah, on this Tandika on the 27th to the 28th of March 2026. Watch the space organized by MPU, Motorsport Promo, Uganda. We're going to organizing and then first NRC of 2026. So come out with big honors, that and more. Watch the space. Kale, Nash, then Katunonyo Jagano input yoku recently FMM excommates the URD, Uganda Rally Drivers Association, of which we remember. Then there was also a symposium, Okatiwa Federation of Motorsport Clubs of Uganda, never competitors, where you interacted, interface the Sporting Commission, FMM management, to digest a lot regarding the national competition rules that 2026. Your highlights in both.
Yeah, first of all, symposium, I think, was this the Katikati one? Katikati version? Because I didn't attend the first one.
You are ready.
Yeah, Katikati. First of all, highlights Zali events. Last year, 2025, Zali 7. Naikati 2028, we see the federation pushing for 8 events. Kati us as the drivers or the singers on the stage, tugamba nti the 7 zaali zituwa obuzibu. Kati ate 8. Ate mutuwongeddeyo okutuuka liga. Then ne batu explainingira bakama baffe ne batugamba nti for the sport to grow we need the 8th event kubanga the government requires nti bagala the sport etambule nnyo edisseminating mu bitundu bingi. Naye that leaves a challenge kubanga that extra 8th event naye enoa okunoonyezebwa sponsorship ey'amaanyi esobola okudefeatinga baba drivers ogenda jetunaba tugenza. I had it in Kabale. Yeah. Then Mr. Ambrose Viona comes out nagamba nti I'm going to sponsor that event. I think that was a little bit of a nicing on the sugar kugamba ki okuwulako kuba driver. But still waliwo ebintu ebigamba nti 8 events is can we consider 6, can we consider what? Byolaba nti bisobola okubanga ebimu nga birungi ebimu nga si birungi nga biwa chance abantu ababadde away for business okuba nti nabo they can compete for the championship kubanga rally ya Uganda otaweerwa okugamba olina okubeera wano mu Uganda ng'okola mulimu gwa kuvuga motoka, you know. Yeah.
But again, what do you, for other countries that border us, the Tanzanian has had 5 events, though even the 5th one was run this year because of minor issues. Kenya last year didn't have a national rally championship at all. They only had 1 event, which was a safari rally, the rest minor administrative issues. Rwanda as well, they are in a season tono, 4. They had 4, including the ARC plus the sprints. Burundi as well, 3 plus the ARC as well.
Plus the ARC.
South Africa as well. Kati, do we need to have, okay, we need the sports. We hosted him recently. Just come from South Africa. Matombo's about how their events are done. Naga, for them, they have more regional events than national events because the regional events give everyone a chance and the impetus to compete. Nagambo competing on the South African National Rally Championship, it's a logistical nightmare. Katinga bagamba, are comfortable doing the regional.
Regional.
So the essence, you're going to be spreading the sport across the country to cover the 75% as government says as the National Sports Act says to have this to be called a federation. Then
it's a logistical nightmare.
do we need to have, because one of the events, okay, you have 8 regions as per the distribution of the sport. Generally, on the last X committee, the 8 regions is again called the motorsporting cycle as per the organogram, which of course is in pipeline. But does that mean we're going to acquire every region an NRC? If that is the say, then that means you're increasing, like you have the number of events, of which even PAL itself is a federation event. If you look at the kind of seats FM organizing this event, then allows that we could have more regional
of the regional events
than
regional competitions.
Than
the regional ones zitapinga more talent from the grassroots. So I think
and by it being a factor into the 8, that means they are all scoring on the national championship. So missing out one, missing out on 50 points. In fact, 60 points. Because the winner gets 50 plus the 10 the power stage. This is where we are, and it seems to be now it's embedded within the rules. That's why we should. Maybe that we test the waters and see that even the federation is saying we brought on these sponsorships, we're going to give you some bit of incentives. But again, if you calculate how much has been brought on board vis-a-vis what a competitor spends in that 8th event.
Actually, Simanyi obadde ogamba class A. Class A, or class A, akozesa sente meka on average more per event. Then netugenda nemo class B. Akozesa sente meka. Actually, class B habamu basobokubanga akozesa more than
class A.
Yeah, is a class A. Then netugenda down mu two-wheel drive. No laws anti abakozesa ntono. But then related to their income as well. Related to their income. Ojja kulabanga obulumi bwawulira.
What deficient same is the type of cars they drive.
Nze kyange ndowooza ne mu symposium nakyogera nti the myth tulina okutambuza omuzannyo by spreading the national rally championship events across Uganda or over the 8 regions. Eyo myth ndowooza si ntuufu in a way nti motorsport is not all about the national rally championship. Motorsport ina other disciplines esolo kubanga zili spread kubanga they are bit low on budget okutambuza than spreading the national rally championship wabweru eyo. So in my understanding, which I think we could be viable, tulina categories oba disciplines endaze tusobola okukuza. Karting is easily organized. Budget ya karting compared to the national rally championship. Ntono. Why don't we spread? Then the
budget ne geographical wali etwala just an acre. You need an acre.
Exactly.
You need a parking.
Exactly. Which parking? Guru has a parking. Arua
everywhere.
Has a parking.
There are shopping malls everywhere.
Exactly. You might not. So why don't we concentrate on moving such a thing?
Ate then changu na abe ye guru okujja participating mu karting.
Exactly.
Because it's affordable.
Yes. Wanga ye did low budget and everything is affordable. What was slaloms? Mizo kwa tinaji kosa. Ninga it's as simple as that na yo. Ekosa parking zibi. So disciplines nyingi. What was e-sport? Donachogera musu.
E-sport we.
E-sport sort of terms are e-sport in each and every town in Uganda. Those are all branches of motorsport. And when one moves, or either over ozonawe zi moving, motorsport yaba moving. But okuda ku national championship etegekebwa obuwanana okubaawo requirements zaayo buli kimwe kyetaaga kiri enormous okugamba nti yojo okuyongera olabe ngo fulfillinga kiri nze ndaba kyali tekikola ki tekigatta bulungi. So bagamba baffe bo ndowooza bwe baakiraba kikyayi viable kola ne
in their wisdom
event omunaana nga n'omusanvu abavuzi
nalabe the motorcycling last year they had 8 this year they
nabo bazikendezeza kubanga the main two disciplines in motorsport in Uganda is MX and rally.
But MX bakola ko events bid so far. They did Garuga MX one
and bakoze
they did the last one, the second one they have 6 more events left. In fact, even their calendar ends in November.
Actually,
Bunga bachi
kati MX ndoza Kalisto is the farthest.
As per the calendar.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, leader maybe.
Omito. Yeah.
Omito.
Well, which they'll have 2 rounds.
Exactly. So Omito, Kalisizo, then the rest are in the central. Abe guru bote banya abe aruwa bote bagala.
At the track.
Track amwe nyini mwatu gambe wano. There was a partnership. Ne Arua Hill director waliwo ekisawe kyakolebwa Arua yo gyekiri era kuba kyafa togge nikirike bwawo ninga gyekiri. I think these are partnerships. Ndoza nakigambako occasion twatulako kwa.
So it doesn't have to be rally.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be rally.
And again, for you to serve okay, maybe we are speaking from a competition, and again, it affects the competitors, even the fans.
And the competitors, even the fans.
The spread sport. Because again, Nash, you've competed for a long time. You've been having 7 in RC and the rest. Do you think, does it make Chicho in terms of having, if 7 have been a hurdle for many? Because again, why, if you do analysis, our championship starts with high numbers.
Era ekigenda okuba embale kulya na combat so one
very many
ziba nyingi.
Now Empire is the second one which was attracts
by the
international.
By the fourth,
by the fourth,
if I'm not on the championship, then I tend to think, well, okay, let me maybe nja kujanga wild card in an event kalinga yuyaje guru
party spoiler
kajja atekawo embeera, then it goes. It's the numbers decrease as the season. So if you have 8, you use Okmaizanga, how many pounds the championship? Last year, if you had the same number of events, someone will bring an argument into if you retire in 2, you still have a chance of 6. But if you retired in 2 events, where are you going to get? Those are 100, those are 120 points. Where are you going to catch up with the rest of the games?
Yeah, where?
So I think
that was my argument behind that. We have some smaller disciplines we can move around, and we reach those smaller people. Bobo natambuza okumwingizo okuinteresting omuntu mu motorsport, karting, e-sport. Those are the catching points zosolo kutandikira. Sajja oyizo mugamba nti wera kuingira lale nti ebiro ketandikibwako yabokadde.
Nabali baba bagenze.
I have a message from Chigongo. He's an ardent view of this show. He says spreading motorsport is becoming more political. Sporting, who decides the number of events in a year without consulting on the one, I think the ones on the ground. Okay, stakeholders, owners of motorbikes and motor cars. Nash, echo maybe between the chivako. Then the other issue, events is a Friday and Saturday. So Chivachi is a scrutineering is Thursday. If you're to do passes as it is, or in a Wednesday
and Thursday.
Scrutineering a Thursday.
That means the whole week.
Yeah, scrutineering a Thursday.
Kinda.
Friday is competition.
The worst you can do is move Tuesday night after working Monday and Tuesday. You dedicate, move when Tuesday night, not to come to Raleigh village. Machak
and the argument is people to Bamale Raleigh weekends basolo komayo account back in office. Okujako singe ba public holiday
on a Monday.
Looking at the calendar.
Public holiday on Monday.
Yaliemu yokka 26th Liberation Day with the 20. So the entire year, all your 8 events Oinakuwa Friday and Saturday. Of course the issue is going back home, relax on Sunday but again, that brings again the issue of prize giving. Prize giving, the last car, I don't know, 6, 5, 30, but prize giving started.
So you take away our photo moment.
So
I think
get set for that.
So nze kulwange ndabanga I think the 8th rally nevertheless twajikiriza
and duress
naye
ku pistol
era under duress
tekewe teke egimanaging era 8th
which take
andi tetuinza okugamba nti
you were the symposium those passed ratified by when our president akulage the ratified national competition rules of which even the national sporting calendar is embedded within those national competition rules.
Bwe bagali ratified ani ategeka event yomunana n'omusanvu
organizers mwebali.
Tekuli tibali.
No, but the thing is it.
They ratified the calendar. The issue of club
tugenda
organizing.
kitunulira in another way because tuina okunonya the goodness in the event. We want to make our sport more popular. Tuludo gende Kabale, we tugamba nti Kabale 8th event egenda kuba Kabale. Ne muzeyi naye agenda kujja tukyalireko naffe tumukabire ku bizibu byaffe, you know. We have to look
I think we were last
for the
covered
goodness.
in 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah,
Kati, let's promote rally tourism. Egendeke Kabale, oboli our statistics. Weba jokuzipikinga obulungi ennyo. Tulabe nti twongera okufuna ku boostinga chances ez'okweyongera ku national cake. National cake eri amaddaala asatu.
Nkubuuza ekibuuzo taata.
Tunoonya amaddaala aga.
Nkubuuza ekibuuzo. Mu bifo byo gye tugenze emabega gye tumaze ebintu gye twali tugenda yo mubadde mutegekayo mutya.
The impact of the sport.
Yo mubadde mukolayo mutya kubanga nga bw'ogamba nti tugendeko Kabale okitegeera nga bw'ogambye. But how about, have we really consolidated mu bifo bye tubadde tugendamu emabega?
No, actually ndowooza mu bifo bye tubadde tugendamu era tugenda kuddamu tubigendemu.
Anti
maybe that will be consolidation. Naye the thing is it's already passed. We have to look for the goodness.
Sina buzibu kujja naye nati omanyi each and every rule that goes on. Yeah? Olitunulira effects zaayo along the season. Osanga nze gye mpikinga are some of the issues ezijja okuleetera okujjako event eyo omwaka ogujja. So I'm looking at other things ziyinza okuwa reason zange ziyinza okuwa lwaki daraba evaako okitegeera. Nze ngamba
So literally the devil's advocate.
Nze oli munanasi kwatagana yo 311 era sikirumamu njogera bulungi lunye eyo munanasi kwatagana olaba omusajja aswakolika kola ya musanvu. Kati butaleko ne munana incentives ku budget y'omuntu gyavugisa what is the change, does it help?
Kati KCB webesazeewo ewagire y'omunaana nkusabira naffe ffenna tugiwagire.
Mpozi wali kwa CB
KCB weba egiwagira naffe tugiwagire.
Okay, those are twali wa Nerion Senyange on after that show, after the symposium, which was the 23rd February last month. We were seated there, Aaron seated. We talked about the changes in national competition rules, the events, Friday and Saturday, then increase in competition fees, which comes along with insurance in the event and outside the event. I think this is something to increase. Then, of course, Bali said the team championship.
Yeah.
So I think NASH.
By the way, team championship.
Ingredient
two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive. It was maintained though NASH symposium. Let's have it open. Team registers whatever the number of teams you have to keep scoring.
Because I give an example.
Boosting a class, nanga decide
no, now example ya team KCB mwenva kati fenna tuyina zemuyise group eyo temuddamu gyogerako kati
KCB tayina muntu ali mu group ali mu
tetuyinayo nedda
muli mu sedi
no tuyina buffer fe tubeera wakati tetwagalayo nedda so kati awo sebo tunaba tetuli eligible competing for the
ndowooza tiri bwe kiti muteekere mulimu okuba nti you will be selecting people who are going to be scoring for an event. Not necessarily nti onaalonda wattu
etteeka liri
okitegedde wama
a team to stand
two cruise
you nominate
you nominate two terina we likwatira terina we ligambira
tosoma draft sagala osome draft nsomere teeka eryayise lye bayisizza gweyo ensonga si wakanyi gwe nsomere teeka we liri
ebintu byo oba lwatyo evo oba ku negative
some teeka nizo okubanze mutamu gwe some teeka
kandi some wano
ku team championship. Okay.
Genda maaso ze kanonye teeka ngenda diko.
Nice. So I think those are for the team championship.
I think,
if it is Neron Wachogera, then you guys are you're in things. But of course it attracts more and more sponsors and everything to the sport, which brings about collective effort, team spirit. I don't know if you can do a little booking for a team now.
Kisoboka. Chiba chikola amakulu mangi.
That and more, that is those are some of the
That's
changes.
that's ebintu ebikuuma team.
That and more are
you
some
can
of
take
the,
one for the team.
That and more are some of the changes is that 2026.
Yeah.
So let's hope until we can have a very, very good event. Okay, Chigonga Gama, my final question is: are you looking for promotion of the talent in the country, or you're enhancing sports tourism? Those are nearly the 8th event. Then Inano Mebo Agama, hey guys, thanks for the show. The 8th event is a blessing in this case for motorsport. It's going to help spread the sports in the entire country for regions and places, not places in brackets, that do not have motorsport at all. Enos Agamba, thanks for the show. Good to see the 2010 National Rally Champion. When does he anticipate winning yet another championship?
Big
ask. Is it a big ask?
No, it's not a big ask.
Okay.
Actually, no, but the thing is, 2026, tukimanyi bulungi nnyo nti tujja, because I'll give an example nga ku Sigam 14, yali a runner-up.
Last year, yes.
Yali run-up last year.
First runners-up.
Yeah, first runners-up, and the gap wasn't that big. So you can't roll out our class of cars. You cannot roll out. Kubanga, our class of cars, egenda kuwanulayo that class of cars.
Enaki wanula.
Egenda
kujiwanulayo. Where we are now.
Yeah.
You remember, Aaron, when we had the trend of the Evo 10s.
Yeah.
If you didn't have an Evo 10, you couldn't dine with the big boys.
You couldn't.
Now, if you don't have a Proto 1 or a 5, dining with the big boys, it's a nightmare. How would you dine? What do you
No, but the thing is, we've seen it in Kenya. Kenya, Mujukira, we've seen going the Cal Flash Tundo, Ngalimo Evo 10.
In the B13, what they dubbed as a B13.
Okay,
good enough even never know who is the restrictor 34 millimeters. Yeah, you can have that to try to cross
still,
the gap.
Yali tayagala kumanya R5 chechi masoge, maybe just until of recent. So we can't say never. Yeah. So ali in the championship yange. Ajirinde ejja omwaka sijja gwogera kubanga events zirabika okukyuka nange class je advocating nnyo oba oli awo nsobola okugivaamu this season.
Okay, with that we watch the space. Nasagamba nti class ayinza ogivaamu. We only wish him the best. We go in for a short commercial break as everyone gets that rule regarding the team championship for 2026. And we'll get back to previewing the Dabarasi Kenya Safari, which is upon us from the 12th up the 15th of this month. In fact, the Dabarasi Tanikaro Akusatu. Today is 9th. Tomorrow is 10th Tuesday. So
check down here.
The 12th. So you should be able
Wednesday?
to. You should, of course.
Okay.
Ready to watch the event. Okay, we're in for a short commercial break. We'll get back. We preview the Dabarasi Kenya Safari, which is upon us from the 12th to 15th of March 2026. Katkomeo. All right, so we'll be back from that short commercial break. It's the Podium every single Monday from 10 p.m. to midnight, where we preview and review in the world of motorsport. NASSER MUTEBI is the 2010 Uganda National Rally Champion, Nina Aaron Samba, who is a member of Uganda Motorsport Marshals Association Club. He demanded the kwasaganya ensonga za time naye kati kibaba wadde ndowooza tebafunye region ndowooza mugenda kyusa erinnya kati
lina okukyuka
mugenda kyusa wane omusima
kati awo ze bengenda okugita creating a worker company akakola obudde kubanga time has to go on. Kwegamba key elements mu rallying is time and safety. Twena bobijja mu rally. Kati go bogamba nti ate bongamba nti otusiza woman ojiwa legion ebere organizing club eba conflict of interest bebe handling a time.
Can't organizing clubs have their own service clubs?
Service clubs.
Can't MPU have its own?
Kati kankubuze. Tuli mu MP. Your service provider. Nga wa MPU. Ne mugende mbale mugende mu event ya MPU. Nga ba service provider bonna ba MPU. Ani aba atata bana conflict of interest ku club ye okukola event ngeyo.
Kenya Safari Rally is upon us from the 12th up the 15th. NASH Badagamba, of course, the shakedown is on Thursday, which is the 12th.
Yeah.
After the shakedown, Bakole stages bit. Kamora and Muzabib.
Yeah, Kamora and Muzabib.
Of course, that and more. What to do? Let's get into the WRC. NASH. The season did begin with before even the WRC. Let's first get local. The flag off. Yaliwo wane Rugogo. Team Uganda ina Krunya. Oscar Ntambia Osman Muhammad, Mitsubishi 10. Polisi hajatu wakufifana nye flag off. Timothy Gawaya,
Francis Wamala, Bazeyo. Ugokubidi.
But not in the Ibiza.
Not in the Ibiza.
In the Ibiza.
Oh, in the Ibiza. Okay,
your presentation.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I was wondering.
Bro, we are your presentation now.
Hey, by the way, yes.
Then, of course, Crew and Dala, Yasin Ali Katumba, the defending ARC African Rally Champions, they won it last year in Tanzania. Yeah, they are just ceremony. Because for Duncan, but of course, it's driving the DVB. NASH, anticipation is a team Uganda in this prestigious event. Being on the entry list, that alone is a win. Or is a plus.
Yeah, team Uganda, Yamaze Dog scoring. Mbagamba, every team, every participant, Yamaze Dog scoring by being on the entry list. We are waiting for them or kulaba anti bashimakinga to day one. Kubango maine testing yoka. Ya motoka Safari Rally it is so rigorous. Inti going through the tests, mwezo na yugedeko ne Oscar nganga. Mseyo monji wichi Ugamba, it's olabia dalanga, it's not
nightmare.
It's not really simple. Na ekati wetuganda wetu ogera ku omuntu ali up there. Gwenjo kubalanga team captain. I don't know who is the team captain. Is it
Yasin?
Okay, let me call it Yasin Nasser, the African Rally Champion. Kakati ye ali ku level ye. Yeah, neira ne ku level ye. I don't think he's going to have a lot of stress. He's going to go out there just to pick points. I think he's not going to fight with Patel, Chendoza. Okay, sorry, wakuwa Patel teammate na ye nti oba mwagiro bachi na ye Yasin Nasser jagezako okwewala because last year you saw nti event ene soko kujimalako did quite a lot. It earned him, yeah.
So the championship
every person call the ARC now genda or Maleko event yeno. I've been trying to remind Oscar many times. Oscar genda kuvuga chinana, but you know, I know my boy ali engere jali kati na yengeza kunyo kubajukiza nti please gend of gechinana or Maleko gend of gechinana. I know what it feels like. It's a bit painful. Botula no yambala helmet. You don't want to follow instructions. Na ye this historical event omuntu aina okujimala ko kyekisinga okuba important or collecting points as Africa. Yeah, we fight in Rwanda, we fight in Uganda, but Safari is not a place to joke.
Aaron, team Uganda.
Ngawe nagambira Oscar yali wano on one of those shows. Mugamba advise jemweri yemu. Let them go and drive their notes and enjoy. Notices amwe naso manyize nam ebuzibu. Buli walo simanyi diro bagamba okuslowinga down. Simanyi wechibeera mu notice era bweba okoze notice nga ise max right kati bobo gamba mtu gena kuvuga wompola obagamba otya Max ng'ogifuula ki olwo
Take it easy.
kitegeera so nze kyeŋŋamba bagende bavuge notisi zaabwe bwebanga mwasazeewo mu notisi tujja kuyitawo na max right ebeere max right temugiforcinga bweba ya medium era musibe mu medium muyitewo mu medium tokola bitaliiwo so kubanga sikiwa nti baganda bange bano be basinga okudduka mu event eyo gye tugendamu naye olwo abadduka n'okubasinga ennyo naye ate nga tebakoze eki nsobiso kyemmanyi nti ku peesi eyaffe ate tusobola okuyita mu ddala bulungi nnyo nga netukoze na buzibu netukomawo nalabye ku Camp Moran luli yalina fesh omungi the party ya fesh bagisazeemu ku luno teriimu so it's a clean slate ku luno bagyetolola bwe bati nga temuli fesh so luli yakwata abantu bangi teri atasigalawo WRC2 yonna yasigalayo ARC yasigalawo bonna basigalawo bakola rale tuno za buli omu yali ku super rale so ku luno tekiriimu which is okay tugende tuvuge notisi zaffe tukomewo kikulu nnyo okufuna obubonero obwo wenna woba ogenze nti kikuproperinga nnyo okugenda kulwana championship gyoba ogenda okukwatako kati nga abasinga bali ku ARC meaning nti bwoba ocollectinzeyo obubonero ne bweba 10 ng'obujje safari rally bw'ojja n'ogattako remember next event eri waka meaning
you can capitalize on
that n'ofuna points ennyingiko bwetukira okukkirira emmanga wali eri ku mikeeka gy'emmanga wali eri nga gwe olina kyogatharinze tebanaba confirminga bulungi onto the national to African Rally Championship event zikyali nnya so this is the simplest tunagingamba yesinga obwangu ate yesinga obuzibu kubanga tolina recovery bwogwa mwemu novaamu oba ogenze
event ye Burundi eri ku kalenda kweri eri from the 14th up to the 16th of August 2026
kalenda ki
no communication jenina is one alinsaba add-on their competition calendar this year nangamba unfortunately the calendar is not yet out, it has not yet been finalized with the National Rally Commission. However, I can confirm that the ARC is scheduled to take place from the 14th up to the 16th of August 2026. That message was on the 9th of February this year.
Comes confirming ekintu ekyo kubanga the calendar gye nafunye ekyaliko
so far now
so it's the East African affair.
East African affair. Newe Burundi bwebamu da East African affair.
Anti nengamba nya Uganda,
Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania. Zinye zirikyaliko nakati tunakulaba kondala. Nebogenda ku website ya CAMS oba ya FIA. Balaganya.
Okay, so we watch the space question then you definitely keep you posted question. Okay, that's Team Uganda. Duncan Mubiru, Joseph Kamia, Oscar Ntambia, Asman Muhammad, Francis Wamala, ne Timothy Gawaya, as well as ne.
I think those are two representation in officials. We have officials representation. Our own Enoklelo Yolinga, ye deputy COC wa Safari Rally. Then Alfred Mutanda, ye assistant.
Ye deputy COC.
Assistant deputy COC. The deputy assistant clerk of the course. Tuina Jackson Serwanga, one of the people who are going to handling those stages. Jackson Serwanga, Nives Chizito, yes, Monica Birinyo, waliwo omukyala wa safety. Waliwo omukyala wa safety. Bonna baweereddwa omukisa ogenda okukiikirira Uganda mu official capacity of the event. So ndowooza Uganda twefeerinze ekimala ku luno. Tubadde tuluddewo nnyo kubanga I think I've been seeing Rwanda participating in the safari more often. Chatangabo, Nirdadi, Fabrice Yoto, officials. Yes, as officials. So those are kuno influx tugenze nayo ya amani.
Yeah, the statement that came out from... The statement that came out, it was a press release on the 3rd of March 2026, FME flags of Team Uganda to WRC Kenya Safari Rally 2026, Ambala Uganda FMU, Federation of Uganda Motorsport Association, Federation of Motorsport Clubs of Uganda today flagged off Team Uganda for the WRC 2026 ceremony held at Lugogo and presided over by National Council of Sports. The national flag was symbolically handed to the leading driver Duncan Mobiru, popularly known as Chikankane by the National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary Technical Milton Chebet as the crews prepared to take one of the most iconic and demanding rallies of the FIA World Rally Championship calendar. Team Uganda will be represented by Yasina Sali Katumba, 2025 African Rally Championship winner. Of course, champions, Ford Fiesta R2, Oscar Antambi, Joseph Kamia, Subaru Impreza, WRX STI ARC2, Oscar Antambi, Asman Muhammad, Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X ARC2, Timothy Gawaya, Francis Wamara, Siat Ibiza. Nebagamba the FMU, FMU has committed a total support package of 40 million towards the team's travel, accommodation, and logistical operations, reaffirming its mandate to facilitate Ugandan participation at the Elite International competition. Capacity building through officiating in line with its long-term development strategy. FMU has also secured positions for a team Uganda's officials to participate in the event, understudying some of the world's best and seasoned WRC FI accredited motorsport officials. Their selection reflects Uganda's growing technical credibility within the region and reaffirms FMU's commitment to capacity building and East African collaboration. The officials will serve in various departments, ranging from clerk of the course to safety operations. Number 1, Enoch Olinga, Deputy Clerk of the Course. Number 2, Alfred Mutanda, Assistant Clerk of the Course. Moses Segia Scrutineer, Nanette Bleak, Special Safety Stage Officer. Nevis Zito Nachiyaga, Assistant Special Stage Commander.
Yes.
Nevis Zito, no, Monica Birino, sorry. Assistant Stage Commander. Jackson Seranga, Deputy Stage Commander. Namatov Helen, Assistant Special Stage Commander. Mutatwara Christopher, Assistant Special Stage Officer. Namukasa Lydian, Assistant Stage Officer. Joe Brewer, Deputy Special Stage Commander. Sembuya Jeremiah, Assistant Special Stage Safety Officer. Kazibe Ivan, Assistant Special Stage Officer. Jamelu Mchakaze, Safety Convoy Trainee. Very press release. So Team Uganda released at one day at this event set for the 12th and the 15th of March 2026. So Thursday, the race is upon us. Friday it's upon us. Saturday it's upon us, and Sunday it will be the conclusion of the prestigious event. Now, Thursday is the shakedown, as well as the
shakedown eri ku kumpi za kumpi service park. Kuno bagita dawo kumpi ne service park elat sugar something weri. Yes. Weri kuno shakedown. No movement. Ndijirabira awo malo jiraba. No servicinga ready for
the two stages.
Mzabibu na Camp Moran.
Camp Moran yasoka.
Mzabibu ya.
Then twena kuma itinerary NASH. So that's in Uganda. Africa, of course, in a representation in Zendala, Kenya, in a 16 competitors.
That is another improvement in motoka zawe, and kind of liked it. Another Skodas, Jerome Wahome, Jerome Wahome Skoda, Isamuali Skoda, Isamuali Skoda,
of course.
Kadabio, Akif Velani, Jana, Tundo, Karani, Vora,
then no class you have Isamari in there as well. So they have 16 in fact, and they have the biggest number because Rwanda has 4. Rwanda has 4. And like us,
we should talk about the Rwanda bond.
Yeah,
Rwanda team Rwanda, meaning full government sponsorship by the to the crews.
And there are 2 cars in there. of Ugandan belonging. Okay, the match they say when like to be selfish.
Really?
The one driven, no, the one Guni Jagen of Uga, Davite, is the GVB junior.
Nedda.
That's the intel.
Nedda.
Then the senior driven by Queen.
Yes, but the junior is going to be driven by the ladies. The lady crew.
Rwanda.
Lady crew in Kenya. Yeah, not case big ladies.
The all female lady crew.
Yes.
Then Davita gonna forget what.
What we motoke ndalando za jije wa Amza.
Asadano.
Okay, so that's in the Darasi too. Then of course by na
Kanangire Christine kwano goyo nyenye
Kanangire
bali betamu omuntu
amanyi amanyi
Kanangire yali aso
nze nali musse kubanga namutta
yali akusemu
namutta
yali akusemu omuntu
no kana ani yatamunne
yakulekera bulamu
ne Aaron ani yatamunne actually bwogenda ku competitive stages olaba eza Kanangire twali tetuyina yali talina na coming up with anything omulirwano gwali weguli because Kanangire was quick naye talina stage gye yali yatukuba
anti gwe alikola recovery ye yali tali
yeah anti naye kola recovery but when the stages I dropped out zezoka Kanangire ze yali wagulu wange mu time but the rest of the stages
andi omuntu ali mu recovery nkuwa n'otwala ebintu take
one actually embala ye yali embi wanga chezo
no naye
wamukuwa by 7 seconds overall
no kati gwe oli ku teammate wange oli ku teammate wange wa Ford oyo kati gwe nakuba by 6 seconds overall but Kanangire was way yali jalina okuba
naye way because he was strategic, right?
Okay, not because he was strategic, because it was his position. Yali yamusanga. No, because the thing is that Kanangire wasn't supposed to be. No, Ochimanyi into that.
Our time is fast spent. And muyeko one.
Muteka wako.
Okay, of course, we're going to call the 16 drivers, Omuli, Karan Patel, Carl Flash Tundo. And I'm going to go to because in the last couple of years it has been
Chichiwanti Boldal kulawa.
Boldia badda tambula ivo 10 eno ga. Bwe akola ku stick times ne katena wozijja ne Ravisoni.
Waliwo abatumidde Edward Mushibi.
Asingula ddi.
Anja mubuuza kamubuuza asingula ddi.
Sami Borajo Mohamed Isa Mwali Akif Birani Nikel Sachania bamuko abagenda ku representing Kenya which has Kenya has 16, Uganda has 4. Rwanda has 4.
Tanzania tayari yese.
As per the producer document list eyo tulabe ku agenda okubanga ba representing Africa of course with the
Tanzania Nyerere tasabutabera
taliyo.
That's the entry list apart from the big boys Oliver Solberg, Evans and Evans yakubo Anapo Evans agenda ligula Anapo Nzinkaga, Sebastian Oje, Adrian Fomo, Thierry Neville, Takamoto Kasuta, Sami Payari, Aisape Kalapi, John Armstrong, Gus Green Smith.
Bishop McLean.
For the Andres Mikkelson, I think he's testing Kenya for
Robert
Vavis.
He's testing Kenya for the first time.
Fabrizio Valvida. Aba Paraguay. Munange babe Paraguay baba batemu. Ne batuka ku WRC mwana ababutya.
Oyo mumanyi Romet. Yeah.
Romet Jackson.
Yeah, Romet Jackson yoyo asubirwa okureplacing Adrian Fama Mugondi because he's had a graph very climbing quick.
Diego Dominguez Abateo
Daniel Quitz Arona yakomawa in a very good live le moto
Africa hiyo Karan Patel Khan Carl Flash Tundo Tim Joseph nasajwa kuncha co-driver the time Tausif Java Dene Karan
atolo team
Karan Patel
team kabere good abadda akola route opening Boldev ne Stravisoni Jeremy Wahome Victor Okundi R5 very
Andrea Rafaja oyo mchala
narose Karan Patel nga wangu stage awangu Nezerale one cars
Isamwali Muskoda
then Isamwali Dennis Mwenda You see premonition in those.
Daydreaming.
Alo same
If Mirani,
Ismail Azeri, Skoda Fabia RS, you know, Nayeb RS Vampia, Nathaniel Brun, Ford Fiesta Rally 3, Georgios Vasquilas, Atedoko sponsored by Museo Olioli. Seridis, I talk to Jamu Fugon, dear, yo. Tutambula, Duncan Bubiru, Giancarlo Davite, Evan Zinzioka, or Yatela event,
Kenyan representative, one of the Kenya's representatives. Yeah.
Tell you until you have a state house.
Oscar Antambi, Usmani Muhammad. Usmani Muhammad.
International. Usmani Muhammad.
Okay.
Samia Nanji.
That is Kenya as well, part of Kenya's representatives.
Aprit Singh Bogal, distribution election next. Queen Kalimpinya, Rwanda.
Olivia Mugama.
Jean Crowd Kakwaya, Rwanda. Christian Kananjire, Rwanda. Tinasha Gatimo, Kenya.
Kati abo bebali. Naye kati olaba. Bali mu Fred Fiesta.
Ali ku list ya WRC.
Kanange.
Kananjire.
You can no longer rub shoulders.
Jamusanga yo.
Olaba gawe
Jamusanga yo next year.
Bali abawala bogamba sibe bano ba Pauline Shegu.
Number 43.
Yeah.
Waliwo bano Pauline Shegu ne Linet Ayuko.
Baliwa?
Bano abali wansi number 45.
45.
Pauline Shegu and Linet Ayuko.
So that's the GVB
Junior.
Okay. Kenyan, still Kenyan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Lisa Christopherson, Subaru Impreza WRX.
So there are 46 entrants in this prestigious event, scoring on the ARC, first round of the African Rally Championship calendar, third round of the World Rally Championship, and the first round
of the ARC.
And
Kenya.
And the first round of the Kenya National Rally Championship. We're only hoping this is in the last round. But of course, we're following the calendar.
About Kenya,
yes. We're following the calendar. We only hope until things get to normal and because Twachaza one over Eric Bengi, then Onyoni. Richard Onyoni ngabaina issues in their federation. They had even registered another federation. I think Muturi, who is Yadam for Chafineski Mathi. They have issues. So I think because of the Sports Act, 2013. So we are here, but only hope.
Nabo Sport Act, 2013.
Gabagamba Federation, didn't
Yubula.
That was the argument. And they had court supporting documents. So Twabachazawa, no, they go get their side. So I looked for Muturi. Orokwa his side was not on air, but Yagamba things we should solve for the betterment of, because it's more Bagamba when two elephants fight, grass suffers. Yeah, okay, we go in for a short commercial break to come out. How the WRC has been this year, as well as in relation to Kenya. Toyota's dominance in NASSER and Aaron has been they won the first two events.
Babadoli so you Hyundai mukati fena tuli ba Toyota.
And ganeze wa Hyundai.
Fuko
wa Hyundai. I'm going to have they don't do what Ford. Oliwa Toyota lini. Oliwa Ford.
Yeah, the Toyotas have won the first two events. Olivia Solberg and NASSER Twala Fenanga Twala the first stage of Rally Sweden. You saw the time Oliver Solberg.
They take up board.
If it wasn't that we are back on again, which he had a say onto that rally. Time they are calling up Evans, who was the second car on the road. You might think they are again Monte Carlo. His second. This is going to be his fourth seat. Toyota, having won Estonia last year. Now Angula Monte Carlo. Navuga Sweden, Toyota. So we watched. You simply can't wait to see.
So now has won.
But only that, Ate again, it's a strong one for him because again, Kuba the second go gravel. Yeah. Ate ku gravel. Mulala moko.
Wajaburo. Yaterera.
Katukole kunsimu tukomao to our preview on the WRC which is upon us. Kenya Safari which is upon us from the 12th. Up the 15th of March 2026. today's show, of course, I'm joined by Aaron Samba as well as the 2010 Uganda National Rally Champion, NASSER, on this 9th of March, 2026. Prior to that, break to Islam Goku entry list, and of course, Uganda having 4 crews rather. Rwanda having 4 crews, Kenya having the biggest number in Africa, in East Africa, with 16 of them. Of course, Awamukwabo, Kuliko, Karan Patel, and Indeta Usif Khan are leading the Kenyan team. Flash Tundu, Team Joseph, of course, then Oina, Akif Birani, Oina, Samvora. We watch the space, but the event is upon us from the 12th of the 15th of March, 2026. Kari, let's get into the diversities of how the season has been. Of course, the rally, the shakedown, is Eri Nawisa Wali in Naivasha. So you have I think
what time is it?
If you have a remote service, you know, so kind of remote service and local service. So it is in around Satu. So everything is in Naivasha. So we'll the shakedown. After the shakedown, doing your 3 runs, then Nojia, Musabis, Nokanika, you prepare for the Kamora, then as well as Mozabibu. The CEO of that event is Charles Gacheru, of course, and the Gacheru and the Kenyans trying to show those are some of the improvements. Of course, the WRC rally, since the article you're quoting, and rally starts on Thursday and ends on Sunday with the power stage. So Thursday is the shakedown and the 2 stages. The 2 stages, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, inclusive of the power stage. Tuesday and Wednesday, you have the reconnaissance and the administrative checks.
Yeah.
So Tuesday and Wednesday, Wamureki, then Thursday, that's when you start competition and it ends on Sunday. Yeah, Toyota very dominant in Kenya. We've also Ocean. One thing I've known about him in the recent past, Aganyo Kola, take all those records. Rally Komyewe Kenya, Najiwangula, the first time it got back after a huge period in Nene. Rally we were dekwe Paraguay. Nagena na wangulayo. Wano Evans ya wangudeko last year.
Yeah.
Okay, Takamoto oje wa wangula yaliwo. Others keep saying it was team orders, others say Tibamoje Uja. You can have your own debates, but that the team principal Gamba let everyone go. Then Oriandoze Amoje because of the experience and everything. Evans Aze, now Wangula. Okay, Takamoto, ate in 2020, 23, 24, 23. We are going to shut down.
Yeah.
20. You are good last year.
No. It was
24.
24.
24. We are going to shut down. Hoping that he would replicate what he had done, but things didn't come out.
They got 23.
23.
23 are going to shake down. 24 are good them power stage.
Power stage, yeah.
Yes. That was 25.
25 are good the power stage.
Yeah. Yeah, 25.
25 are good the power stage. Then really 23.
Yeah. 23. Okay, yeah. Driver numbers and everything. But Nash, Toyota's dominance in the recent
first of all,
ever since the return of the Safari.
First of all,
1, 2, 3, 4. Monte Carlo over there.
First of all, what you get dominance, Totandikira Safari, ever since the return of the Safari, Toyota's dominance, ever since the time in the 1990s, when we saw the Celica, that is when Toyota's dominance started. Like the Safari, is arguably the WRC's toughest event. Yeah, so if it's the toughest event, then the toughest car. The world's toughest car. The world's toughest car to because Cheraze, most likely yes, it's a Toyota. You can bring it on Wawoina, Omulago Rosa, Naenga. Ever since Safari we are come out at least the 5th year. Is it the 5th time we go? Safari or no, 5th I think. Kati because the first one was 2021, not so. Yeah, Kati Toyota tulabanti eri ebadde kumwanje nnyo. Kugamba mu 2021 between 2021 and 2024 ku Podium yali like so much. I don't remember bali so tough in that time bali ku Podium. Mu 2022 we balina 1 2 3 4 yeah, Takamoto we yali fourth I think yeah. Then when it came to last year, basically Toyota bade kulaga nti ina technical age above the Hyundai's bade kulaga nti ina technical age above the Hyundai's. So the nandi bade ngamba nti
abawagizi ba
Toyota
ba Hyundai
yabayo kugamba
Tom Fowler
emotoka
Tom Fowler
the African conditions.
Tom Fowler
Yeah.
Designer.
Flowers to Tom Fowler. Battering a motor to African conditions. So I would say that in 2026, I don't think I should expect anything so
different.
So different, I don't think so. But rivals by Toyota and the Ndabanti event bajiveko kubanga sagala government event yagende juwangula
yaina gundi enungi Adrian from the last
yaina nungi
yakugubako
yagezaako actually yagezaako ate this time engeri Hyundai gye yakoze upgrades ez'amaanyi ennyo kati ate wano we bageze anti kati yazikoze kati okusinga ku gravel era kati bazze kukakasa era tewekanga obumotoka obwo obwa bbulu obwaba blue eyed boys obwo bubiri nga butawanya Podium yaffe
tunabaddawa nga batukubye mu Kenya olaba batwalayo kamu ne boogera okufaako obuvyologa bawangudde
so kubagamba so guno mwaka nze ndaba nti Toyota eyingira Safari Rally as the favorites. Yeah,
definitely.
Sebo or Hyundai or whatever natural gamba.
Yeah, looking at the events itinerary, a program here rally, right on the Thursday, 12th of March 2026, with a shakedown at the Wildlife Research Training Institute in Naivasha, Nawisa. It's just next to near there's a prisons there. First car, iraganti shakedown starts. First car is 7:56.
Oh,
7:56.
First car due. Since the itinerary.
That is itinerary.
Yeah. 7:56.
East African Standard Time.
East African Standard Time.
Gamba bwemba na travel
lunch time oyina kubanga osala.
Ninda Camp Moran.
Lunch time.
Site wana nakugenda ku shakedown.
Then of course it is nebakuwa the Camp Moran. Stage yasooka ya sawa 10. 10 dakika 3. First car. Muzabibu Cameroon ya 24.5 kilometers. Stage yokubiri bagita Muzabibu SS2. First car ya 17:21.
17:21. That's a 10.
Bagenda kuvuga kiro kitegeeza.
Yaba ARC by stage yezo. Banazivuga oba batandika
then nogenda mu technical zone bichi service
ARC
Wildlife Research Nawisa. So that is if you're planning to watch
and nze omulabi omulungi mva mirembe jange mu Uganda nentuuka Naivasha ku macha ku lwokuna nembukola booking zange nebakanamu
shakedown.
Bas nezukuka nimala okulyawo awo nyama choma yange nensala busazi wali ku main road ati Kampala nali ku main road girigiri ngo parkinga ngo tula wagulu kwa kivani ngo linda Camp Moral
24 kilometers
wa Muzabibu ngo linda ngo olaba
Kula shakedown by
oba wasuzeeyo mu Naivasha
wala so agitukiramu alternative so agitukiramu no gido
gitukiramu
so that means you
okay
where I was
what olugenda ku ekiro bona agenda ko out
how do you plan to
I think with a busy schedule here the burden planning evening Wednesday na ate kati ku 7 eyo jempulidde I think we should be crossing the border by 1 o'clock kubanga afe tugendera wansi so we should be team NASH kubanga crossing border
team NASH also ina cruise chi
anti omanyi team NASH ye favor rally managers ba Oscar twakomyewo obukomi ebintu byonna biwedde era
omwana ali mu
mbeera
Oscar tali bubi ali bulungi naye tugezaako okumujjukiza nti kinaana speed twagala kinaana Uthman ali he's struggling with Oscar okumujjukiza nti not all the time power time.
Not the Oscar, but because you tried to motoka recently. Probably one naye. Nagamba, I think the following day was setting off for Kenya to test the car.
Ate Uthman abadde mukano abonekeddeko mu kampu mora mugonyezo.
Tele inazimanyi nabuza Oscar wano ku esisa about how was the test in Nairobi. Nagaya, car is in good shape. I'm also in good shape and let me go represent. No, today I bingi. No one is asking you to win here, sit too. You enjoy yourself and bring the car back home because we are come out. He has a week to the next.
Yeah, no, actually, buying a bigger picture. Maybe what they buying a week. That isn't the biggest party. That isn't the biggest party. Mbale biggest party yawe eddako ejja kuba Pearl of Africa Rally. Njogera nga team manager kati. Kati kubanga tunoonya kya team KCB ARC
oina all access mu safari
of course nze ne team yange
ogera sagala nyo mutekewo kukakubagana nnyo ne team Betika oro team Betika jendabye katika
sagala jirengerera wala
temagala mutekewo mwali
team Betika ngane kanye
team Betika enyumye team Betika ogirabye gwe
enyumye producer yanditwaddeko ku kifaananyi kyagondi ejja kufuwa nga tetunava wala
the producer chat what day that's a Subaru for that's
N8
the terrain shows how tough the terrain is but Nash back to the teams for the Daviras for the Safari that's the
lineup
for the Safari Rally to get the call about the cream FN Evans, Olivier Solberg, Takamoto Katsu, Adrian Fomo, Gerald Neville, Sebastian Otis, Shami Payari, Esa Pekala, Pigeon Armstrong, Nejosh McLean. Nash, that team, Toyota ine motoka tano, the NASSER to 4 in a bid. That alone.
Well, nsobola okugamba nti first of all wetuba tujja kutunulira team nga Toyota then tulabe strength zaayo ne weakness zaayo. First of all strength zaayo mukimanyi nti team leader omuntu waggulawo ekkubo Evans si wakwogerera Oliver Solberg si wakwogerera. So I would say in one of the big things that begin to keeping a Toyota up there apart from being with the most reliable car are its drivers. At least another driver babiri abataliko kubosa. Then wengenda mu Hyundai TN Neville of course aina an edge awo nsubira ajja tutawanyamuko but also Adrian Farmer kati naye si muntu nti asaagibwako
fomo ye muntu omutuufu
because ekisobola okutukubisaawo is Toyota okimanyi it has had 4 stakes as being unbeaten mirundi yena awo Hyundai has had none Ford has had none
Ford yange mujireke ya nyuma
naye Ford nayo kyetusobola gisiimako nti weesanga wano awaterevu Ford tujja kunabonako nayo mujja kugiraba nga ndala munnyo
mu Finland
ng'ovudde mu Finland naye stages Tulina muko stages
eriwe empanvu ege Kenya.
Tulina muko some splits.
Basoke batuwe ku Camp Mora.
Basoke batuwe Camp Mora.
24.5
Ford.
It's okay. What they're hampered with is in my view, it's hard for them to win the manufacturers because of the numbers.
Yeah, but it has a strong pace, I would say.
The car is good, I think.
It has a strong pace. The drivers, bali bato. Ford is known for grooming.
Obuzibu bweri nanti bwe bakulakulamu ngate Hyundai baba.
Eringa Arsene Wenger yaletanga abana wansi. Ford actually is arguably team esinzo grooming Rally 1 drivers. Yeah. Tunuri ani taiseko Tanak genda mu Evans. Yeah. Of course Seboje naye yayitayo naye yali amaze kufuka omunene. Yeah, amaze kufuka omunene by then. Ba Adrian Farmer.
Eden Pardon.
Yeah, okay. Eden Pardon naye mubale. So kati yao Malcolm Wilson naye yewana anti ya.
Yeah, ina Bell
talk about the titles Loeb won as well. So
yeah, by the way. He had about 6 in Ford.
Yeah, so you talk about that. Okay, then time is fast spent. Then in terms of what's there apart from what should someone, if someone is testing the waters for the drivers for the first time, or even you've been there before, what's some of the other side of the event where you can have a blast?
I would say first of all, there were two these stages. There are some gundis that tugendamu omuli those wild animals. Fetwina twasanga lion.
The futures.
Lion tetwagira. Never atolaga nti wano mulaba ebigere bino. Yeah, and bali ba deploying n'abasajja like the warders, yeah. The rangers were there. Ngabagamba yabadde wano ngabucha. Yabadde wano, you know. So that thing of okutia toyagala genda, you know, that kind of thing. Edio laba flamingos ziri ku lake wali kugamba, there are many things byola banti olina abazungu eno bali mu national park.
Edi michibi twaliko naye I think in 2020
Chikopei
I never twala ku natulaga where the flamingos come and then it was a very
that flamingo stage nungi nyo mulimu stage ezirimu zebras baganda ne baziraga ku heli wano nezo buffaloes kati ona veno neno labanga they are really going to cross the road and okay, I love
mukwano gwange otanaka balinga bakwano babisolo ebyo alo stage munga asanga bebi nalo yagamba lumu nasanza akabizi nensanga tesagala kuvaayo
kyechavako okuteeka gondi mu flashing lights
ate Hyundai buvaayo nnyo
mu Hyundai buvaayo nnyo.
Kenya, what should one when I go live? But
njakuba ku live definitely njakuba ku live bingi Kenya kirungi nti time awo tukolera area bakolera WRC eyandoza kijja kutwalira Kenya kiseera kinene nnyo okukyusa bagamba nti tugenda kukyusa location ya WRC kiba kizibu really kubanga makuba agali mu park awo the scenery ya Hell's Gate awali power stage kiba kizibu disanga abantu awalala wonna at the backdrop nga waliyo like Hell's Gate ground. Then the image of a lying Masai, sleeping Masai, sleeping warrior. That image.
That image of those two mountains.
Of those two mountains. Chiba chizibu omuntu comprehending anaga nti kino nakirabyeke wala bizibu nnyo kusanga. Olaba n'abavuzi benyina aba WRC nga bazze basoka kwekubisa ebifaananyi nga bali mu wilderness eyo n'ebisolo olaba nti bafuna ebintu birala nnyo mirundi mingi after WRC Kenya efunye ba visitors ati Hamilton yajja ninga because of what he was told Kenya cherina after WRC ba other compatriots bagambi kiri kirala nnyo najja n'alaba kyekibeerayo ate nga buli yali amanyiti Kenya is good, in tufu nnyo ku wildlife. Nendo's after seeing what these people go through.
He had some holiday.
Exactly. Yajja nabirawo namana agera ko ne Rwanda for the gorillas. Badala anti they are showcasing Africa mu bifo ebyo. Ndoza naffe tulwane nnyo tu Uganda naye wefuna kuntunga eyo pamoja iyeze showcasing eyo twatwaleko ko mu bwindi eyo tulage osanga naffe
nate waliwo ne night section
night section night section
the other road ogenda ku Kedong Road
waliwo night stage
kubanga number plates ze Uganda
ziba zipakize nyingi nnyo mu stage eyo.
Kenya has very they're trying to be congested because previously you go to Nairobi, then do the Kasarani, then again head back to Naivasha, and that jam is
for the World Cup.
Yeah, but then only that it's kwera bira, you know, when the world safari to chimanye nti dominance also kwera bya no roza rally in Uganda because the dominance
ya
Uganda
yamanyi nnyo.
Okay, I'll ask for producer Ngamba. Time is fast spent. Producer Sauda Ngamba to one, but I'll ask you guys your top 3 for the safari era.
Top 3.
Given the history, entry list, never na top 3.
Jira jakupa 1, 2, 3 Toyota.
1, 2, 3 Toyota. Don't mind talking about the drivers.
Baja kwesotinga anyabira.
Toyota 1,
1, 2 ne 3.
Top 3.
Well, I'm thinking Solberg sijamo baliyako nnyo, but I'm thinking Evans. Then whatever Evans, I think we see either a Hyundai. Okay, 1 Toyota, 2 Hyundai, and 3 Toyota. Yeah, because Newville ajakuba mukambwe munko ebiseera bimugenzeko. Right now Hyundai mbakenzeko nnyo for this one, but then Solberg oyo simanyi oba nasobola ekyokusatu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, viewer feedback. Nyo mkulu ameta Atuhura. And I didn't watch of this show. He says, where is the Pearl going to be?
Pearl is going back where it was last year. Mbarara.
Okay. The all of that is Nagrik is Mbarara?
That is Chiruhura.
Chiruhura. So Chiruhura and Mbarara.
Chiruhura and Mbarara.
Okay. Then Ed Mushibi Agamanti, okay, well, Ed Kulava, heading back to Chikope tomorrow to support Team Uganda, yes. Ed one to a prediction, those and to Milanyo. I have one, Moses says, hey guys, thanks for the show. Good seeing the 2010 champion.
Ngachasa.
Yule changana shimbuza off air. Yuna shimbuza na hizo utashida. Aizo banga utakuseti.
Demo tukasena jigula sina jimala yo. Banchi demo.
Okay.
Uraga imba kwa sake tuli taka
yuchi.
Okay. That and of course predictions got Toyota, Hyundai, Adrian Fomo. Okay, watch the space. Kali, that's all we had for you guys. We definitely get back next week on Monday. God willing, Navy with the Kenya, Yakubayo, Eronaga, Yakuba, NASH Jali. So we definitely bit Yakuba will Eronat which Shalaba collective Talaba. Because what we do normally in those stages, Obey Yakula Ivo. Then when the car comes, goes on like you have they are more interested into the start of how the car is launched, that sound. There are moments in those that some of us don't even get videos. You have to. It's like looking fun on body. Yamunana. That's all we want for you guys. Today now we're traveling a safe journey and back home. Our first season card on the 27th up to the 8th of March. So safe journey and. Let's go begin of the NRS season in style. We wish you a good night and safe journey to Kenya, and we're out. Bye.